Yeah. We always talk about how the strong do everything with nobody watching, but there's another word you need to learn. It's actually two words: accountability partners. We're going to talk about it today on Good Morning Millionaire. So, good morning, millionaire. My name's Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration expert. I'm a self-esteem development specialist, and I'm somebody who's dedicated to helping you go further, faster, with less effort. As a matter of fact, our own company just made the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in America. Ain't that crazy? And I believe that any company can grow. I believe that as long as you grow, see, a lot of times the biggest block to that company growing is the psychological makeup of the owners. You know what I mean? It's the psychological makeup of the entrepreneur. That's my bro right there, Molly Mall in the house. Give it up for Molly Mall being first. My man Molly Mall was #1 this morning. I love that. Mr. Terry is in the house. Let's get it. Oh, hey, man. I feel really good this morning. I hope you do too. Let us know what kind of business you have. Let us know how you use that business to change the world. Is that fair? I think you're going to really get a kick out of this. Ivory, big baby Ivory in the house. My man Stuart Spencer's in the building. Let us know what kind of business you have. I know you ain't. Nobody checks into this thing that ain't thinking about entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? Sometimes we focus on mindset, right? Sometimes we focus on skill set. Sometimes it's heart set. But it's always going to be designed to help you go further, faster, with a lot less effort. Let me see you check in this morning. Let me see you check in. And share the broadcast with somebody who needs it. Let's set the tone for our day, y'all. You know, if it starts well, chances are it's going to end well. Does that make sense? Sometimes it takes a little state change. Circumstances might not be perfect, right? But every day you get another chance. The conditions might not be perfect, right? But every day you get another chance. And if we change the internal, then the external starts to obey. The external starts to obey. It's weird, right? But the reason I always say that you gotta be careful with saying environment is stronger than willpower, because check it out. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at start to change. Ain't that something? Hey, Coach Carvel in the house. Crystal clear. Hey, what up, Cynthia? How you feeling this morning? Okay, Damon. Let's get it, bro. Appreciate you sharing that, Chris. Hey, Jamal, do me a favor and share this, man. Let everybody know in the messenger group. This is going to be one of the ones that, this is going to be helpful right here. My man Zave in the house. Where all the YouTube gang at? All right, I'm going to call in on this live line because y'all ain't here for my DJing. Appreciate that, Molly Mall. Are we about to get this party started, everybody? Man, that joint be rocking. That joint was called Color.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time.
It's a fact.
Because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you.
Let's get it.
Please enter your... Thank you. Please announce yourself. Entry and exit
Hold on.
are off.
All right, here we go.
All participants are muted.
Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope you're feeling good this morning. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration coach. I'm a self-esteem development specialist, starting with my own. You hear me? Starting with myself. I'm a revenue acceleration expert, starting with myself. And then from there, what I do is just bring you along on a journey. Make sure we all growing together. At least that's the goal. I love goals because they're like these these magnets that pull us towards our true north. I love the fact that goals automatically attract the things to them that make them come true. But there's a wild thing about goals. People don't realize this, but 80% of the people who are able to achieve their goals are doing it with the help of accountability. It's really accountability partners that make all the difference. Can y'all dig that? It's really the fact that if you have somebody that's holding you down. I wrote about this in the description this morning, right? When I was just talking about how one of those myths, if y'all check this out Sunday night, I was talking about a bunch of myths that pop up and make it so that it stops you from really reaching your potential because you believing in nonsense. Well, there's a big myth about reaching your goals. There's a big myth about reaching your peak potential that says that what the successful people do is they rock when nobody's watching, right? We talk about how the successful people always are getting busy no matter who's paying attention to them. Diamond made it in. Diamond life in the house. I love it. I love it. They talk to you about how it's all about the early mornings and the late nights and the extra hustle. This is what makes you successful. But there's another thing they be leaving out, y'all. It's 2 words. It's like 5 syllables. Accountability partner. No, it's like 8 syllables. Accountability partner. Because what happens when you wake up, it's 5 a.m. and you don't feel like getting out of bed, right? Apart from that kind of like sensei you got inside, that drill sergeant inside you, who's there to make you get up and start firing on all cylinders? Aside from Hazik, and his Good Morning Millionaire thing. But what if your phone is off? What if your phone lost power and you couldn't log in that morning? What you supposed to do, right? Unless you got a personal coach who's going to grab you and drag you out of bed. What are you supposed to do in those things? Well, what we're going to talk about this morning is 5 different ways that accountability partners make you hit success. They literally pull you dragging, kicking, and screaming to success. And it all uses this fact that we are all social creatures. We are all in love with validation. We are all in love. We can't help it. We're automatically changed by the people around us. And this is where being held accountable can make all the difference. This is where being held accountable can make you 10x your potential. As hella stuff. You give yourself all kinds of excuses, right? Think about that one for a minute. So what I'm gonna do is I give you 5 of them. You ready? Appreciate that, Ali. Appreciate that, Ali. Thank you for sharing this with you. Yeah, where's Simone? Okay, Simone. Where's Simone at? Good. Shouts out to Simone for being a good accountability partner with the spirituality. I love that. I love that, Queen. And shouts out to you for shouting her out. So check it out, y'all. I'm going to give you 5 of them. Jot these down. And by the end of this, my goal is to convince you to pick an accountability partner out. We still got about 4 months left in a year. That's about a third of a year that we have left. And if you have an accountability partner, somebody who loves you, somebody whom you trust, somebody whom you admire them on some level, then I'm telling you, that can be a cheat code for you getting further faster with less effort. So if you're ready for number 1, give me a number 1 and a share. Let's get it, y'all. Give me a number 1 and a share. If you're new here, that means you write a number 1 in the comments, because what we're trying to do is just get our body moving. Now, I'm going to have you type things all during the day that help you to really hardwire your consciousness and move it from your subconscious, where you're absorbing everything I'm saying, to your conscious mind, so you got something to focus on. Let's get it. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay, let's get it. all right. We gonna be all right. Can everybody hear me good? Can everybody hear me? We in the house? Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, so here's the first one I got for you. It ain't even raining, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. All right, but here's the first one I got for you. Having an accountability partner creates a habit. Y'all know how big we are on habits around here, right? Having an accountability partner, the first one I want to share with you is that it creates a habit of analyzing your goals. When you have an accountability partner, we all know setting goals is a must. We all know that as somebody who wants to achieve something, it's really good that you write stuff out, right? And we all know that goals are just a dream with a deadline. We all get that. They have a definitive endpoint. But how many of us set new goals every week? If you set new goals every week, let me see, I do. And if you don't, let me see, I need to work on that, right? I am going to start setting goals every week. I am now setting goals every week is a better way to put it. Affirm that in the comments. I am now setting new goals every week and reviewing them. How many of us do that right now? We set new goals every week. You know, yesterday was Labor Day, you know, so today is the beginning of a new week, if that's what we're going to say, you know, but here's my point. How many of you have new goals for this week and you review them? Let me tell you a little hack. If you set new goals every week and review them and then email them to an accountability partner every week, here's what you get to do with that. You get to start reviewing what it is you're going over. Like, what really went well, millionaire? Now you can assess your goals and talk about the positives. Then you can also say, what did you learn, right? Now we can look at the failures in our life and start to learn from them. This simple process of writing down a lesson that you learned from a failure can help to overcome the same problem when the same conditions that produced it pop up again. Because you know it's coming again. Like we always say, God will never fail you, but there will be a retest. And then here's a third one you get to go over when you and your accountability partner are kind of going through all of this. Check it out. Are you being too hard or too easy on yourself when it comes to your goal setting? Was that goal a little too easy to hit? You know, Jamal, Ali, you know, Jerry, they all know we got an accountability group and we don't play, you know, but at the same time, sometimes I ask myself, am I being too hard on myself and my team? Am I being too easy on myself and my team? But I want to challenge you to think about that for yourself, for the people who give you the gift of influence over their lives. Because a weekly review of your goals will show you where your strengths are. A weekly review of your goals will show you the areas where you can improve. And what that does is it makes sure you're always taking these little baby steps towards these much bigger end goals you have. And what you'll find out is that your accountability partner will also start to pick up trends. They're not in your head all the time. So they don't know how you think. They ain't used to your weakness. They ain't used to you accepting your mediocrity. So now they're starting to pick up excuses you always use. And now they can advise you how to improve in certain areas. Am I making sense to somebody out there? You know, I always say, you know, for the man with goals, everything helps. For the man without goals, nothing helps. But I'm telling you what helps that, an accountability partner. If you're ready for number 2, give me a number 2 and a share. Give me a number 2 and a share. Thomas Jefferson said a little different. He was like, nothing on earth can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. And then also, nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. That's Thomas Jefferson, real famous slave owner. You know what I mean? Super famous slave owner. I'm glad you're here, Perk. I'm glad you're here, Perk. You remember what we talked about yesterday, bro? And here's number 2. An accountability partner makes you more successful because you're going to find yourself stopping with the excuses. Number 2, they make you stop with the same lame excuses. We've all had that battle in our heads where we got to act on something. I've got a long day. So you know what? I'm going to take another half hour in bed. Or it's not due till next week. So I'm going to, right? right? I'll start tomorrow, right? It's only one cookie. It's only one donut. It's only one extra slice of cake. You'll try and talk yourself out of greatness. How many of you are a witness to that? How many of you have talked yourself out of greatness? You'll talk yourself out of being the best you can be. You'll talk yourself out of your potential. How many of you have felt this before? It's crazy how inventive we can be once it's time to do some hard work. You know, creativity is next to godliness, but I'm going to tell you something. Some of us don't realize we can either get creative with making money, we can get creative with making history, or we can get creative with making excuses. Some of us are Leonardo da Vinci when it comes to making excuses for our mediocrity. But having an accountability partner, y'all, you'll find you can't use these excuses anymore, right? Because they're going to look ridiculous when you start trying to explain that you ain't go for your run this morning, or you ain't walk around the block this morning because it looked like it was going to rain. You're going to feel lame as hell, shawty. You know what I mean? You're going to feel crazy, especially if you respect this person. You're going to lose self-respect just uttering the words. So what this does is it creates a shift in your mindset. Now you go from finding ways to get out of it to finding ways to make it happen. Ain't that cold? Give me a number 3 if you're ready for the third. Give me a number 3 if you're ready for the third one. Give me number 3 if you're ready for the third one. I love the transparency, Jasmine. Oh, crystal clear. Let's get it. Yeah, we really do. We really do, Demeter. We really do. Let's get it. Let's get it. Here's number 3. Here's a number 3 way that an accountability partner really helps. You know, share this with somebody who might possibly be an accountability partner for you. Share this with somebody who you're willing to be their accountability partner. Let's use these morning trainings to literally grow our lives, because as we grow, our business will grow. I know we're here because it's millionaire minded. I know we're here because we want to be financially free, but I'm giving you the cheat code. People be like, man, tell me how to make money. Tell me how to get better at sales, Hazik. Give me some of them magic words. Well, what I'm telling you, man, is that a lot of it has to start with you becoming who it is you need to become. Me and Perk were talking about this just yesterday. Me and Coach Spencer were talking about this just yesterday. You know, a lot of it starts with you becoming who you need to become. Your success ain't based on luck. Your success is based on the good habits of the person you become. A lot of this has to do with you becoming, and then you naturally do, and then you'll naturally have. That's the way it works. Here's number 3. Accountability partners give you a whole different perspective. A whole different perspective. Good morning, Tiffany. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm glad you made it, Queen. They give you a whole different perspective. A huge benefit, y'all, of having an accountability partner is having another person to help you find a solution, right? You've always heard that 2 heads are better than 1. You know, in the greatest book about entrepreneurship ever written, it talks about how 1 can give flight to 1,000, but 2 can give flight to 10,000, right? Ain't nothing like unity. Ain't nothing like having that mastermind alliance. You know, when 2 or more are gathered in his name, right? God step in the room. What is it saying? This is saying that 2 heads are better than 1, baby. And when you have an accountability partner, especially one that has different interests than you, they'll look at it from a different angle. You'll be like, oh man, I never saw it that way. That's where your growth is. That's where your power can come from if you let it. Millionaires, you looking at it from a different angle than you did yesterday, last week, last month. Man, next thing you know, you writing letters to people and apologizing. Next thing you know, you're having different insights that will help you grow future relationships a lot better and a lot stronger. I just got chill bumps, you know, because everybody is in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You just got to figure out which one it is. But having an accountability partner will make sure that the people in your life are lining up to the goals you have. Remember, this accountability partner is there strictly to help you motivate, strictly to help you be inspired, and it should be reciprocal. If you want to keep this accountability partner in your life, you got to remember the goal is to build each other up. Maybe you help find a goal they're struggling to achieve too, that you can help find a solution for. Isn't it weird that we always can see what someone else can do or should do or is doing to themselves, but we can never see it in ourselves? Isn't that weird? It's like our solution is always in somebody else, but then we always got a solution for them. You know, we always can see what everybody else doing wrong. We all got somebody we love so much we do anything for them, you know? But what if we make that person ourselves? And one of the things you can do for yourself is get an accountability partner. There's a great sense of achievement that comes when you have helped somebody. And having an accountability partner is not just a way for you to get help. It's a partnership. It's a relationship. That means we got two people that are relating in the same ship. You know, I sound like Tyrone Jackson. If you're ready for number 4, give me a number 4 and a share. Give me a number 4 and a share. My goal is to get you to consider having an accountability partner. I have done my job if at the end of today, you say, you know what, I'm going to try that. You know, we don't need too many goals in a day, but this is one I know you can accomplish. Hey, Big Perk, I know you can accomplish this. Mrs. Thicklin, I know you can accomplish this. Demeter, I know you can do this. Dennis, I know you can do this. Jasmine, you can get an accountability partner today. I dare you, Jamal. I dare you. Maybe it's an accountability partner with your health. Maybe it's an accountability partner with your wealth. Maybe it's an accountability partner with your relationship. I dare you. I challenge you to do it. Here's number 4. This is the 4th advantage you got to having an accountability partner. Now you can share networks. Man, we always talk about how networking is a great way to get ahead in life, y'all. There's always somebody who can help you get to the next level in your life. There's always somebody who can introduce you to somebody who can help you solve a problem. But having an accountability partner makes your networking circle essentially double in size. Isn't that interesting? Because now you have this person who, when y'all come together for that few moments every week, their whole job is to help you get better. Their whole job is to help you look at your problems and solve them while you're doing vice versa for them. You know what that means? They're naturally going to start thinking about different people they know that can help you make that happen. Good accountability partners are always going to want to help each other. Otherwise, why would they want to be doing it? Right? For example, you telling your partner every week, you know, arrange a coffee meeting with a website designer and ask them how they started in website design, right? That's your advice to them. That's your homework you gave them. They might have a real good friend in their circle that can help with that. Maybe they know a web designer they can introduce you to, right? While they're saying that's what you need. Am I making sense? Now the networks start to combine. If you're ready for the last one, give me a number 5 and a share. Because the great part about this, y'all, is that a lot of times this friend will more than likely do it because they're helping out a friend. It's real weird. We've talked about this in our persuasion kind of classes and trainings before. How there's this weird sentiment, there's this weird phenomenon in human nature where a lot of times we'll do something because we're asked to do it as a favor for someone else before we do it for ourselves. It's real weird. It's real weird. But when you have an accountability partner, you're able to take advantage of this phenomenon. You're able to leverage, right? Leverage over Labor Day weekend, right? You're able to leverage this phenomenon and use it to help your life. All right, here's number 5. Here's number 5. This is the last one I got for you. We ready? All right, appreciate that, y'all. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. If this is your first time, turn on your notifications, subscribe to the channel. Make this a part of your daily routine if you really got something out of it. Because your life don't change in a day, y'all. Your life changes in a daily. Here's the number 5 I got for you. They help you celebrate your success. Sometimes the people around you, man, you got to be careful. If you're moving and they aren't, then they start to look at you with jealousy. If you're moving and they aren't, then they start to subconsciously want to sabotage what you're doing. If they see that you're moving and they aren't, then what will happen is they may inadvertently start telling you, like Adrian told Rocky, you can't do it, Rocky. You can't beat him. She don't mean no harm. It might come from your girl. It might come from your mama. They don't mean no harm. It's just that they're projecting their own fears, their own ideas of what it is to live a comfortable, safe life, right? And they're putting it on you, but not your accountability partner. Why? Because they feel some sense of ownership and equity in your success. Because they're like, I gave them that advice. You know what I'm saying? Man, I introduced them to that person. Now they get to live vicariously through you. And you know what happens? Now they're celebrating your success with you. There's nothing more than, there's nothing that we enjoy more, y'all, than shouting about how successful, we help somebody else become. Sometimes we enjoy that more than shouting about our own success, right? Because sometimes we feel like shouting about our own success, demeans other people or makes them feel small, or we feel like we're bragging or getting a big head. But when you have a partner in success, it changes all of that. I can't tell you how many times me and my business partner just be on the phone, just having a ball, just because of the fact that maybe no one else would quite feel us on this level. Nobody else would quite understand. But I'm going to tell you, you have the ability, each and every one of us, to create this phenomenon by having an accountability partner, having a partner in success. Now you can share your successes every week or even every day. And this gives you a boost because now you're able to acknowledge how many goals you've achieved. And one thing about this world right here, you can't build on no failure. All you can ever build on is success. That's why the greats always tell you to celebrate all these little minimal successes. You hear me? By sharing these successes with your accountability partner, you'll find two different things, right? One, it proves to yourself you can actually do it, right? You wrote it down, right? You submitted it. You put it in the concrete of your mind, right? And what happens is now you know what you can do when you're faced with this kind of problem from now on. That's a powerful concept, y'all. When you come to this problem again, you already know it can be done. And here's the second thing you get from that. You start to raise your standards. Isn't that interesting? You've proven to your accountability partner that you can jog that mile. Well, now maybe it's time to jog 1.5 miles. Now, maybe it's time to, maybe you were walking the mile and now it's time to jog the mile. Maybe it's time to beat your time. You get what I mean? Accountability partners are there to help you get to where you want to go, but they're also there to help you push further than maybe you thought was possible. It's really interesting. And you'll find that when you have this accountability system around you, you'll start to go further, faster, with less effort than you've ever used before. All because somebody's holding you accountable. All because that's right, multiplied momentum. Okay, y'all. Speaking of that, it's affirmation time. Some of you never did affirmations before. This is your chance to try it. We're going to try something new. If you want new results, maybe you try a new input, right? If you want new output, you got to try new input. And maybe what you need is to begin programming yourself with certain of these sentences that we use every morning. Now, I use the same sentences that I've been using since I was homeless, and I know they're transformative. I know it. I don't believe it. I know it. But, some people say them every now and then and they don't get the same results. Imagine how different your life would be if you actually said them every single day. Imagine if you doodled them when you were busy. You know what I mean? When you had, what if you just were writing the sentences over and over again? If you want our list of affirmations, just go to wearemillionaireminded.com. Go to wearemillionaireminded.com. You can also join the text message list if you want, and it will send you reminders every morning. But if you've already called in on a live line, then go ahead and do that. If you haven't called in yet, go ahead and do that. If it charges you money, just text message call me to the number, and it'll call you back. All right, repeat after me, millionaires. Here we go.